The 2025 NFL trade deadline passed on Tuesday at 4 p.m. ET, and we covered every deal until the final second. Teams didn't waste any time in making trades this season. Of note, the Bengals made an addition at quarterback with Joe Flacco, and the Chargers acquired Odafe Oweh. The Jaguars and Browns also swapped cornerbacks Greg Newsome II and Tyson Campbell. The Patriots moved Keon White and Kyle Duggar, while the Eagles added Michael Carter II, Jaire Alexander and Jalen Phillips. The Cowboys kicked off the action on Tuesday with a deal for Logan Wilson. The Jaguars and Seahawks got wide receiver help with Jacoby Myers and Rashid Shaheed, respectively. And the Jets made multiple blockbuster deals, trading away both Sauce Gardner Colts and Quinnen Williams Cowboys. Here's a look at the major developments from the 2025 NFL trade deadline period, and why it might be one of the more consequential in recent memory. As the league approached the 4 p.m. ET cutoff on Tuesday, November 4, the trade market suddenly erupted. Teams that had been quiet earlier in the season sprang into action, making bold moves to bolster playoff chances or to launch multi-year rebuilds. Some of the headline-grabbing deals. The New York Jets, long viewed as on the cusp but never quite breaking through, traded away cornerstone talents such as Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, securing massive draft pick hauls in return. Meanwhile, teams such as the Dallas Cowboys and the Indianapolis Colts aggressively spent to upgrade key positions, Dallas bringing in Williams to shore up the defensive line, and Indy acquiring Gardner to anchor their secondary. What makes this deadline especially compelling is not just the blockbuster nature of the names involved, but also the sheer volume. According to league research, there were 22 total in-season trades from Week 1 through the deadline, involving 27 players, the most such activity since at least 1995. That level of turnover signals a league where sitting still was no longer an option. Whether competing for a playoff berth or beginning a strategic rebuild, teams clearly felt pressure to act. Of course, not every front office decided to dive into the market. The New England Patriots, for example, largely stood pat amid the flurry of deals, a choice that some view as conservative, potentially missing an opportunity to pivot. In contrast, the winners in this window will ultimately be defined by how the new pieces perform and how accurately organizations convert those draft pick returns into impact talent. Looking ahead, the ripples from this deadline will play out for seasons to come. For teams like the Jets, the prize isn't in immediate wins but in converting high-pick selections into foundational players. For others, the clock is ticking. The Cowboys and Colts who swung hard must now translate big trades into meaningful gains on the field. And for observers and fans alike, the deadline serves as a vivid inflection point, one that could separate those who are contenders now from those who are still building towards something bigger.